Hi, my name is Sam Alvarez, and I would like to present my research on an affordable and accessible educational manipulator robot that I developed with the help of my mentors, Pragnamanam, Dr. Oliver Cromer, and Dr. Zeynep Temel. I am part of the 2021 Carnegie Mellon University Robotics Institute Summer Scholars Program. Robot manipulators, which consist of a series of articulated joints, can be helpful to humans in many ways. In particular, they can do tasks that are too dangerous or repetitive for humans. As an example, the image on the left shows robot manipulators in a factory performing welding and fabrication processes on cars. Manipulators can be beneficial to humanity in many other ways. The image in the middle shows a surgical manipulator, which helps surgeons perform procedures with 20 times more precision than previous methods. The image on the right shows a manipulator on the International Space Station, which helps astronauts complete tasks in space. One way that we can inspire students to pursue careers in STEM-related fields such as manipulation is with educational robots. There are a number of low-cost educational robots on the market today that have been successful, including Thymeo, Edison, and Finch, which are shown on this slide. These robots are wheeled, and they can navigate through their environment via remote control or autonomously with sensors. They can teach concepts such as coding, math, and mechatronics, and they even provide materials for support in the classroom. An alternative perspective to creating an educational robot is a manipulator. Traditionally, manipulators are too dangerous or expensive to bring into a classroom setting. However, recent advances have allowed us to 3D print manipulators from flexible materials, making them low cost and safe. A soft Delta robot, which is shown on the bottom left of this slide, has excellent potential for use as an educational manipulator. This robot is capable of in-plane and out-of-plane rotation at each of its joints, and its movements are intuitive as they're in the 3 translational degrees of freedom, as seen on the right of this slide. Before designing any of the hardware or software for an educational manipulator robot, we wanted to identify and interview key stakeholders to determine their perspectives. Some of the main stakeholders for this robot include middle and high school students and teachers, as well as independent STEM organizations and the present research lab. We distilled their perspectives into a ranked list of needs, which you can see on this slide. First, we want the robot to be affordable. We do not want to preclude users based off of cost. Next, we'd like the robot to be accessible in terms of acquiring, using, and learning. We also want the robot to be engaging, educational, easy to fabricate, set up and assemble, as well as durable. To quantify the performance of our design, we've established some targets. First, we'd like the robot to cost under $100. $100 is comparable to other successful low-cost educational robots such as Thymeo, Edison, and Finch. We also want open source hardware and software, so that way anyone can access the code or designs for this robot. Also, we're targeting a gender-neutral design. Thus, we present DeltaZ, which is a safe, affordable, and accessible manipulator for educating students 12 to 18 years of age. The mechanical design of DeltaZ and how it navigates its workspace is shown on this slide. It only costs $46 to build DeltaZ. Also, its hardware and software are totally open source, so they are free for anybody who has internet access. Also, the design of DeltaZ is gender neutral. In particular, it is minimalistic and has a mix of curved and sharp edges as to not appeal to one gender in particular. This slide demonstrates DeltaZ's GUI. Users can either teleoperate the robot with the input of XYZ positions via sliders, or they can input joint angles also via sliders. The current position and joint angles of the robot are displayed on the upper left-hand side of the GUI, and a stick model shows the position of the robot in real time. For more advanced users, they can program their own special functions in Arduino, so that allows us to appeal to a wider range of students. Among the main learning objectives for DeltaZ include setup, building, moving, manipulation, and sensing. DeltaZ is designed such that interchangeable end effectors can quickly be replaced using 3mm bolts. This allows for a wide range of manipulation tasks to be achieved. For example, on the left, DeltaZ acquires ink from an ink pad and then stamps a letter on a piece of paper. And on the right, DeltaZ performs some moves and then scores a goal. So these are just two of the many manipulation tasks DeltaZ is capable of. I would like to conclude by thanking my mentors, Prognomonum, Dr. Oliver Cromer, and Dr. Zainab Temel. I really appreciate your support over the summer, even with your busy schedules. Next, I would like to thank the program leads, Rachel Burson and John Dolan, for maintaining such an excellent community amongst RIS students, even in the online environment. Next, I would like to thank any sponsors of RIS for making this program possible. And finally, thank you to all of the other RIS students. It was great working with you all.